I'm just tryna find out if you gon' ride out. Yeah, I can take you to the hideout. Yeah, do what you wanna at the hideout. Yeah, don't nobody gotta find out. I'm just tryna find out if you gon' ride out. Yeah, I can take you to the hideout. Yeah, do what you want.
What's up, everybody? I'm trying to get my lighting right, so please bear with me. So this is bad lighting, I apologize. It's pretty much nothing I can do about it. I'm gonna try everything. My ring light is broke, so I need to get another ring light according. But what's up? I'm back with another video. So today what I'm going to be doing is just retelling a story time that I already did. I couldn't upload that story time, so I'm finally redoing it because it was a good story. So this story time is going to be the time me and my ex broke up. So okay, let's get into the video. So me and my ex, we met a year and a half ago. We were basically friends for a year and a half. I'm just gonna
tell out the story because the last video was longer because I went into depth about the whole story, but I'm gonna cut the story to a minimum this time.
So, but I'm gonna give you all the juicy details and everything. So me and my ex, we met a year and a half ago. Well, maybe 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years just passed since we knew each other. So we were friends. He liked me off the bat, all of that good stuff, and I'm hearing stuff, y'all. And he liked me off the bat or whatever, but I friend zoned him for those 2 years. After I would say like 6 months, so like around a year and a half. I wasn't like answering his phone calls or nothing, but I was going through a lot at that time, so I really just was not in the mood to really put myself out there and talk to anybody. I was just like focused on me and things I needed to get done. So yeah, so we kind of fell off or whatever, and he got a girlfriend. So this whole time I'm like, I don't really like him like that, so it's not a big deal until he got a girlfriend, and then all those feelings like set in. I was like, oh no. So I was so mad at him, and I really had no reason to be, because again, during this time I'm doing what I want to do. I wasn't really looking to settle down to talk to just one person, and I was talking to several other people. I'm sorry, y'all, my bad son is just jumping all over the place. My cat Chance, if y'all know from my last video, that's my son, that's my baby. But where was I? Oh yeah, so I just was not in a position to talk to just one person, and that's what he wanted. So he went and got a girlfriend. He called and texted me for 30 days straight, and I didn't say anything. So he got a girlfriend, so we finally talked. So I'm like cussing him out, airing him out about him having this girlfriend, and he's just like, he doesn't understand why I'm mad, and he's like, I'm sorry, but it's just like, I knew, okay, this is the person that I'm gonna like eventually end up with, right? So him and his girlfriend ended up breaking up like 5 or 6 months after that. They weren't together that long. And he came back around. So then he was like, I apologize, I accept my apology, all this other stuff, blah blah. And I'm just like, okay, like, do I accept his apology? Do I stay mad? So I did accept his apology eventually, but it took a little while for me to like get back into the swing of things. So after that, we started talking a little bit more. So as we're talking a little bit more, we're starting to get to know each other, and I'm just like, you know what, I like him, but I had somebody else I was talking to. So when that fell, like, you know, that fell apart or whatever, I'm just like, you know what, I'm like gonna stop, you know, trying to look for everything that I want when it's right in front of me. So when I came home, I came home from school in May, and me and him were you know, hanging out and everything. So we met up, we talked about us and everything. So it was just like we clicked right away. I still was a little uneasy or unsure, but he just was like head over heels, all in love. So before we even got in a relationship, he told me that he loved me. And I mean, after 2 years of, you know, dealing with somebody, like, you might catch feelings. Well, I didn't like think he was catching feelings like that fast, but because I wasn't, but you know, he was. So time moves forward, we get into a relationship. Now, us getting into this relationship was totally unexpected, totally by accident. Like, it was never like we both was like, okay, we boyfriend and girlfriend. Everybody else around us just assumed it. So I went to his game. So the day I met his parents, I went to his game, his basketball game, met his parents, and then his mom just assumed, like, she was in a car. Long story short, or whatever, she ended up in my best friend's car or whatever, my best friend at the time's car, and we was riding around. So she on the phone with somebody, was like, oh yeah, I'm in the car with such and such girlfriend and her best friend. So then I'm just like, yeah, and then he was like, and then like after that I met the rest of his family. So everybody just like, oh, this is his girlfriend, this is his girlfriend. And really, I'm not his girlfriend. We're just talking. Like, we're still friends at this point. Like, we're working on towards that, but we were never like really in a relationship at that point. So it kind of happened naturally because everybody, I guess, they just liked me and wanted to be my girl, like wanted me to be his girlfriend. So it was like, not that I felt pressured into, but it was just like, okay, I have to live up to this expectation. So keep that in mind. Keep that thought of me living up to this expectation. Keep that in thought as the story progresses. So we had a talk about it, and I'm just like, he was just like, yeah, like, my whole family, they like you or whatever. They was saying, oh, this your girlfriend and all this other stuff. I was like, yeah, your mom said that in the car. And he was like, well, are you my girlfriend? And I was like, I don't know, you never really asked me to be your girlfriend. Like, we was just talking and stuff like that, and like dating. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend. He's like, well, you want to be my girlfriend? And I was just like, I know it sounds so corny, so 5th grade, but then I'm just like, well, you already know what's up. Like, if I'm your girlfriend, then you already know what you gotta do. He's like, you know what you gotta do too. So we cut everybody that we was talking to off. So we get into this relationship. Relationship is perfect. He meets my family. Everything's perfect. So he comes up with this idea. So we're actually in the park, because we go to this park where it's like quiet, and you know, like, people just sit out and talk and stuff like that. So it's not like a playground park, it's like an actual park. So we were like sitting on these benches and talking, and I'm just like, I really want to go back on a cruise. Like, I want to go travel, because I haven't been in like is it like a year now or 2 years now since I've been. So I'm like, yeah, I want to go. So he was like, well, that was going to be my surprise, that was going to be your graduation present. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, well, we should start planning it now. So he's planning this big trip. We wanted to go on this trip, so we planning it or whatever. He said, okay, I'm gonna pay for the majority of it, and then you pay the rest. So gave me a set amount, how much he was paying, I had to pay the rest of it. Okay, perfect. So over time, he was like just doing all this stuff for me, and I was, you know, doing stuff for him too, but in different ways. So he felt like providing, or like financially he had to sit up here and do this and that to be a man. And my job was to be supportive and do all the background stuff and not stuff financially. So at first I had a problem with it because like I'm just a very independent person, right? So I don't really like being in a position where a man is doing this and that for me. But you know, he's that person, you can't tell him no. So I'm just like, okay. So not that I ever like expected him to do those things or made it mandatory for him to do those things by any means, no. But he was my man at the time, so he felt like he had to do those things or that was going to impress me. But it really wasn't, because I had my own money. So I'm sorry y'all, because that just like really irked me. Like it just took me out. But so you know, we're in this relationship, this is how the relationship is going, and we're planning this trip. Everything's still perfect. He's doing all this stuff. He planned this amazing birthday dinner for my birthday. He gave me this amazing surprise, all this other stuff, a necklace that was amazing, everything. So yeah, so everything's fine, and then I go back to school and everything just falls apart. I mean, like a couple weeks before I went back to school, we were arguing a lot and like going back and forth, and like he was just like irritating me, but it was like little small arguments here and there or whatever, like, but it was never like, oh, we about to break up. And so I go back up to school. So the day I go back up to school, he gets mad because there were some frat guys outside my house practicing for the welcome students, welcome back, freshman welcome, however you want to say it, with the multicultural student affairs office. Throw this welcome back for all the multicultural students. So they were practicing or whatever, and I didn't mind it because my roommate at the time was dating one of them, or still is dating one of them. So like, and you know, I was cool with them, so I didn't have no problem with them practicing outside, because like we was all cool. So he got mad because they had their shirts off. So mind you, it's August, it's hot, they're practicing, they're sweaty, basically working out, they got their shirts off, they're guys. It's a sidewalk, they were on the sidewalk. So he gets mad or whatever and makes it this whole big deal. So we drop the stuff off that I needed from Walmart at my house. We drop it off, put all my stuff away, everything, and then we go to get something to eat, and then we go to the hotel. Whole time we're arguing about us and everything, how everything this whole semester is going to go. I'm like, listen, it's only 4 months, just rock out with me for 4 months, and when I come home, everything's gonna be everything. Like, we gonna elevate. I got you. He's still hesitant. He like, I don't know, and I'm like, listen, I got you. He like, all right, so make up. So one of my friends at the time was having a birthday party that night. He got mad because I wanted to go, and he's like, I'm only going to see you for one night until you come home in like a month or two, so you can't skip one night. And I'm just like, well, this is going to be probably my last birthday party that I go to up here in college, probably my last party I go to in college, like, and this one night I said, why don't you come with me? And he made it a big deal. So I'm like, you know what, I'm not even going to go. Like, I'm not going to, whatever, I'm not gonna go, because I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna pick and choose my battles. It's not worth it, none of that. So I'm just like, so I told the girl I couldn't go. So now I look lame because I'm like, you said you was gonna go, you're not coming to my birthday party, like what? You know, we cool, whatever, blah blah. And I'm just like, I had to make up like an excuse of why I wasn't coming, because I didn't want to tell them that, oh, my boyfriend didn't want me to come, because I was going to throw him under the bus or make me look like I'm choosing him over her. But it is what it is. So y'all, my hair, ever since I dyed it, it just ain't been right. Like, it's not stiff, but it just ain't been right. Like, this closure just ain't been right. Like, I don't know, y'all. Excuse my hair, I gotta figure it out. So that's when what happened. Oh yeah, so that's when I'm just like, you know, we gonna make up, we gonna put this behind us or whatever. Everybody, you know, chilling, da da da. So I come home in October. We got to one agreement. We broke up before then, yeah. So he canceled the trip. So that started a whole nother thing, but it wasn't that deep because we got back together. So October comes, I go to Miami. So mind you, he already deep down inside, he's sick as shit. I'm going to Miami. He's sick to his stomach because he don't want me to go. He don't like when I go out somewhere, because every time I would go out, he would just start these arguments with me. And I'm like, why does he keep starting these arguments with me? Like, that's so lame, right? So every time I would go out, he would start these arguments with me and stuff. So I'm like, what are these arguments for? Like, there's no reason for us to be arguing, period. So that's when I'm just like, you know what, I get out to Miami, everything. Now I saw him before I went to Miami, make sure everything with us was cool, blah blah. All the money I needed for the trip, saved it, put to the side before I even spent Miami money, period. Like, period. So that's when he was like, all right. So I get out there, I'm having fun, da da da. So we talking, but we not talking as much because I'm out in Miami having fun or whatever. So we in a club. This picture with some guy got posted on my Instagram, my Insta story, and it had like these emojis next to it or whatever. So he didn't like that. So I woke up the next morning, so my phone blowed up. How the fuck you posting that picture? Take that shit down, blah, blah, blah. So he's snapping, like saying all this stuff, snapping, going in on me. And I'm like, so mind you, my whole point to him was never like, oh, I'm not taking the picture down because it's not that serious. So I'm not invalidating his feelings. My problem was the way he was speaking to me was disrespectful, period. Don't talk to me like that, or don't put me in a position where I gotta feel like, oh, I gotta do what you say because you're my man, trying to be my father. And it just don't work like that. Like that's my whole point. It don't work like that. So that's when I had to take the picture down. But he called my mom because I didn't take it down right away. So this is what he's pissed about, because he felt like I disrespected him by having it up there and I didn't take it down right away. Okay, so he called my mom talking about saying he's going to break up with me. So that was number one. That was number one disrespect, because why would you call her telling her that before you even broke up with me? And then I had to hear that from her. Don't do that. That's disrespect. So that escalated the argument. So then we talked about it. So mind you, the whole day we are arguing, the whole entire day, until about like 5 o'clock. So we get to the beach, me and my friends, we all get to the beach. So we turning up, having fun on the beach or whatever, blah blah. And at this point I'm back talking to the guy he told me that he didn't want me talking to. So I'm back talking to him, and I'm in Miami or whatever. So I'm just like, I'm about to get you flued out. Like no. Yeah, but we talking or whatever. So I'm really not paying no mind at this point, because if you was already about to break up with me, I'm just about to sit up here and be petty and do what I want to do too, period. So that's when whole Miami trip went fine or whatever. Me and him, yada yada, we talking or whatever. So when I come home, we like, you know, we gonna work this out. So I was supposed to go to work right off my flight. Right after I got off my flight, I was supposed to go straight to work. I'm like, I can't go to work like this, like, because I'm not in the mindset to, like, I can't do it. Like, I'm not in the mindset to, like, not figure this out with him. So I go straight to his house. We spent the whole day together, whatever. Perfect. So then he's like, so then we make up, everything's fine. So then homecoming is the next week at the Miami, homecoming weekend. So my homecoming weekend popping, the tailgate popping. So he already knew that we wasn't going to be talking on the phone 24/7, because I'm going to be out having fun. Like, this is my last homecoming, period. I just feel like when it comes to big events like that, you should understand, because you should let me just get that last bit of fun that I can in, because that's my last time even having anything like that ever in my life. So he was like, all right, blah blah and blah blah. He's mad because we not talking, but he waits till 12 o'clock at night to start an argument because I'm at this party. and we start going in on each other, and I call him insecure, and I said a whole bunch of other mean stuff, and it was wrong. Like, I shouldn't have said that. Like, but then he told me he's done with me. So mind you, the next day we arguing about it. He want to tell me that's why I'm talking to the girl, his best friend that likes him, or he liked her. Well, however the damn story went, I didn't want him talking to her, so he started talking to her and told me that out of spite to hurt my feelings. Like, he said it to hurt me. So I broke up with him, and from that point on, everything changed. His family didn't like me no more. Especially his mama. He just painted me as this bad person, and we got back together after that. Like, we got back together after that. So, but this was like, he was crying to his mom, saying I did all this stuff to him. So, like, that kind of tainted, like, the whole our relationship, our perfect relationship. Everybody's happy, everybody getting along. That tainted it. And you know, like, people on my side felt some type because of how he was painting me, and they knew the truth. So yeah, so after that we had got back together, and at this point it's just like I wanted my relationship to work, and I forgave him for what he did and stuff like that, and we supposed to be moving on, but some things transpired and we kept arguing every day. I'm like, how we gonna go on this trip and we arguing every day? Like, it's just not working. So then he's just like, he not going. Then we arguing or whatever. Something big in our relationship happened that I don't want to discuss in this video. Maybe down the line. But it was a loss for us, and it affected our relationship. So that's where the turning point went, and he just stopped caring. He stopped being a boyfriend, so I stopped being a girlfriend. So we just argued every day, and he didn't want to go on a trip no more. He wanted to break up. He didn't want to be together no more, and that was just that. So at that point, it was just like I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what to say to him. It was nothing I could say to him. So after that, it broke my heart, and we were still talking, but he was just done. He was talking to all these other females anyway, which I found out later. And a lot of petty stuff with the trip and getting our money back, and it was a lot of petty stuff done with that that ended up happening, and you know, on my end and his end. But then it's just like he got his mom involved, and my thing about it is I didn't answer my phone when she called me, because not that I didn't want to deal with it, but I'm just not going back and forth with nobody mom, and I didn't know her energy towards me. Not saying that she would have had necessarily bad energy towards me. I just did not know, and I don't want to don't ever put me in a position where I have to disrespect your mother. So that was just the whole big thing. So I just didn't want to talk to her, because me and his mom relationship was just never going to be the same after that, because automatically as a mother you're going to take your son's side. You get what I'm saying? So it's like nothing I could say. You're never going to be like, oh, I understand where you're coming from, or you know, he was wrong or whatever. You're not going to say those things, because that's your child. So it's just like it was nothing that we had to talk about after that. So I'm looking at the time, because I think my drone going like in 2 minutes. So after that, after that we didn't talk and stuff like that. Oh yeah, because it's about to cut off. So after that we didn't talk and stuff like that, but relationship, everybody's happy, everybody getting along, that tainted it. And you know, like, people on my side felt some type because of how he was painting me, and they knew the truth. So yeah, so after that we had got back together, and at this point it's just like I wanted my relationship to work, and I forgave him for what he did and stuff like that, and we supposed to be moving on, but some things transpired and we kept arguing every day. I'm like, how we gonna go on this trip and we arguing every day? Like, it's just not working. So then he's just like, he not going. Then we arguing or whatever. Something big in our relationship happened that I don't want to discuss in this video. Maybe down the line. But it was a loss for us, and it affected our relationship. So that's where the turning point went, and he just stopped caring. He stopped being a boyfriend, so I stopped being a girlfriend. So we just argued every day, and he didn't want to go on a trip no more. He wanted to break up. He didn't want to be together no more, and that was just that. So at that point, it was just like I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what to say to him. It was nothing I could say to him. So after that, it broke my heart. And we were still talking, but he was just done. He was talking to all these other females anyway, which I found out later. And a lot of petty stuff with the trip and getting our money back, and it was a lot of petty stuff done with that that ended up happening, and you know, on my end and his end. But then it's just like he got his mom involved, and my thing about it is I didn't answer my phone when she called me, because not that I didn't want to deal with it, but I'm just not going back and forth with nobody mom, and I didn't know her energy towards me. Not saying that she would have had necessarily bad energy towards me, I just did not know. And I don't want to don't ever put me in a position where I have to disrespect your mother. So that was just the whole big thing. So I just didn't want to talk to her, because me and his mom relationship was just never going to be the same after that, because automatically as a mother you're going to take your son's side. You get what I'm saying? So it's like nothing I could say. You're never going to be like, oh, I understand where you're coming from, or you know, he was wrong or whatever. You're not going to say those things, because that's your child. So it's just like it was nothing that we had to talk about after that. So I'm looking at the time, because I think my drone going like in 2 minutes. So after that, I had after that we didn't talk and stuff like that. Oh yeah, because it's about to cut off. So after that we didn't talk and stuff like that, but so I'm back. My camera cut off, guys, but I'm definitely back to finish the story. I'm just like, so she's not gonna be on my side after that or whatever, so it was just nothing to talk about. But you know, the relationship ending with like I had with his family hurt me, and the relationship ending that he had with my family hurt me as well, because I feel like that was the biggest part. Because you know, I never got close to anybody else's family I was dating, and like, you know, I felt like they were a part of my family. Like, I'm a very family oriented person, so when I get attached to somebody in their family, and just not to have that, you know, positive energy that we once had like around, it really hurt me. And I just feel like me and him are never going to get back together. It's just too much stuff that was said and done at this point, especially after I found out like he was cheating on me while we were together. Like from the time I went away to college to the time we broke up, he cheated, and he did some other things. It was just like, it's hurtful, because I don't want to be disrespectful towards his mom or, you know, his sister or nothing, but their son is not a good person. And I don't mean that in a way where it's just like, oh, fuck him or whatever. It's just like he has a lot of work to do within himself, that, you know, he thinks he's just such a good person and he's not. And you know, when you have a child, sometimes it's hard to like really see past it, because that's your child. So sometimes it's kind of hard to see the flaws and to, you know, tell them when they're wrong. And you know, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, his mom did teach him how to treat women, but that right there ain't it. So yeah, so I just wanted to redo the story time, because a lot of people just, our breakup was public. It was very public. It was very much on social media. He started it, putting it on social media, saying that he's single and breaking up with me, and saying all these things and all these lies on social media. So it just, everything, our breakup happened very publicly, which hurt me, because I never wanted nobody to know that we broke up, or until I was ready to tell people. I never wanted my business to be public, but the fact that he put it public, I felt like I had to defend myself publicly. And you know, there's a lot of stuff that I said publicly that he probably didn't, you know, agree with or hurt his feelings. And you know, we had conversations, and I've apologized just recently, and I feel like we always going like have some type of friendship, but it's just like from a distance, until, you know, we're able to fix all the turmoil that we made around us. And as far as the relationship, we'll never get back together because I can never trust you to, you know, hold me down like, you know, you're supposed to. Which leads into the next conversation about, is it okay or is it right for a man to feel like he should lead a woman, or a woman should always follow him or always be submissive? Like, that's really, like, I know that's what it says in the Bible, but I really just want to know you guys' opinion, and you know, that can be our next girl talk video. I'm actually going to do a girl talk video tomorrow, actually. Jeez, tomorrow, actually, guys, I'm going to do another girl talk video with a special guest that some of you might know. So keep in mind that is coming tomorrow. I want you guys to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what kind of videos you want me to see. I'm going to try to post more frequently now that, you know, I'm done with school. I got a little bit more time in my hands, so I'm actually teaching full-time, and I'm in between jobs, so I'm really going to be teaching full-time. So I'm going to try to do videos. They'll probably have to be like on the weekend, like recorded during the weekday and then edited and put up on the weekend. So, and I would also like to see if I can do like any classroom hauls or, you know, classroom time videos or whatever. So just let me know what you guys want to see, and you know, I can do everyday life as a teacher, and you know, my routine, my schedule, things that I do to get prepared for my day, get my children prepared, all of that stuff. Just let me know, like, if you want to see what kind of videos you guys want me to do. So thank you guys, and I'm out.